What is going on, everyone? It's Super here and welcome to another Injustice 2 video. Now today we're going to be talking a little bit more about some premiere skins, and we got actually a in-game first look at Power Girl. And I gotta say, her costume definitely has a lot more color and it looks a lot more colorful once you see it in-game. But we've been getting pretty much a lot of leaks and a lot of first looks at different things that we didn't know were going to be in the game, like for example a Vixen premiere skin, and a lot of people are now coming up with this theory that Vixen being a premiere skin gives Beast Boy a better chance of making it into Injustice 2. And I want you guys to write down in the comments, let me know if you guys think that's the case, or if it was either, Beast Boy was always going to be a DLC, or he was never going to be a DLC, and it didn't matter if Vixen was going to be in the game. To be honest, to me, it wouldn't have mattered really if Vixen and Beast Boy were both their own DLC characters, to be honest. I definitely could have seen that happening and, that scenario happening. But write down in the comments if you guys want me to make a separate video talking about this specific topic. I will for sure. But today I wanted to show you guys every single premiere skin so far as of Thursday, 8 a.m. in the morning. There could be more in the game, and I'm pretty confident there's more in the game. There can't only be these premiere skins. And of course, Injustice 2 is going to be adding more as, the months pass after the game's release. So you guys don't have to worry about that. I'm thinking DLC characters will bring at least one premiere skin for either themselves or other characters, sort of like what Mortal Kombat X had with, 3 costumes per DLC character. So that's going to happen no matter what, but so far we have these premiere skins right now. Let's talk about Grid first, because I actually have not uploaded a video talking about how the Grid premiere skin looks. I'll put it up on the screen right now, and I definitely got to say, in my opinion, Grid for sure 100% better than Cyborg, the way he looks, just because he looks like a freaking monster robot, you know what I mean? Like, he looks more interesting than Cyborg does. That's just me personally. You guys Cyborg fans out there, don't hate me, but I'm definitely going to be using the Grid premiere skin whenever I try out Cyborg. So Grid looks good. So moving on now, I actually have, before I show you guys just all the screenshots, I want to share the in-game first look at Power Girl, okay? So a lot of you guys were worried that the Power Girl costume looks too gray. It looks too gray. They should have gone with the white design, and I have good news for you guys, because this is how it looks in-game. As you guys see, a lot more color. It looks a lot brighter. Then it looks a lot closer to the Power Girl traditional colors of, costume in game. When we saw that original screenshot, it was just like, it sort of looked like a wallpaper type screenshot. It looked really good, high definition, everything. But now that we get to see her in game, she looks really, really good. And I like this color for her. And just the same way with other premiere skins, usually the premiere skins are going to have 2 colors, like 2 different shaders. One is going to be the default color, and the other shader of the premiere skin is going to be the alternate color. But one thing I do want to clarify real quick before I get into anything, because I know there's always questions about this, because some of you guys might not know or might have heard information elsewhere, especially in the Microsoft store, that might lead you to believe that premiere skins get different moves from the original character, and that is not the case. That was a 100% mistake by the Microsoft store. Premiere skins are just like shaders. They're just like shaders. Nothing else affects premiere skins. Not different shaders, because they're already shaders. Not gear. Visually, gear does not affect the premiere skin. It's all going to be under the premiere skin. All the stat boosts, all the abilities that you get from gear, all that is going to be active for the premiere skin, but visually you're not going to see any of the gear. So I just wanted to clarify that, because I know you guys were confused because the Microsoft store said so, and yeah, it was definitely a mistake on their part. So let me know what you guys think of Power Girl now that we actually get to see her in game here. In motion, she's going to look fantastic, and I really like that her costume looks a lot brighter and happier, and you could see a lot more of you know, a white color instead of being like grayed out. So this definitely looks really, really good. Now moving on here to the other Premier skins. So far these are the other confirmed Premier skins. I'll put them up on the screen right now. We have Jay Garrick as the first Flash. We have Mr. Freeze without a helmet, and we have Vixen here looking sexy. And I will say this, there were many people that were disappointed that Vixen isn't going to be DLC, and the Premier skin doesn't 100% fit Cheetah as a Premier skin, because Vixen has the ability to mimic the abilities of just a wide variety of animals. You know, it's just multiple animals, and it's not only a cheetah. But in this specific scenario, I definitely see NetherRealm's like thought process. In this specific scenario, fighting, Vixen is mimicking the abilities of a cheetah, so it fits in that sense for Cheetah as a Premier skin, because in, you know, sort of like where we have to assume that the battle whenever you're fighting versus or as Scarecrow is fighting under the influence of the fear toxin, in this specific scenario, Vixen is mimicking the abilities of a cheetah. So in that sense, I definitely see the Premier skin making sense. Moving on here, let's see, where are we at now? All right, next page, and we get another little look here at Power Girl. And her suit right here definitely looks a lot more gray. And like I told you guys, the gray one it might be the default or it might be the alternate. But there's going to be like a grayer gradient one, and then you're going to have the whiter one, which we saw from the other screenshot where, you know, we actually see Power Girl in game. And I gotta say, I really love the suits. I really love the suit. I like the blue boots. You know, the black tip right there, I like that. I like the gloves. You know, she has the gold trims going on there. I really like the suit, and let me know what you guys think about that. Moving on to Reverse Flash. Now, I'll see if I could find the specific screenshot that I saw, because we actually got to see the alternate color for the Reverse Flash Premier skin, and it looks sort of like the Flash is wearing the demon costume. It's more of at least in the middle and some on his right or left leg, you could see a little bit closer to like the demon shader, like wearing on top of the Reverse Flash shader. But it's not possible because you can't put shaders on Premier skin. So the alternate color for the default Reverse Flash costume is him having like dark red and black on his chest, like his chest covering his midsection, covering a little bit of his leg. I'll see if I can find it. I'll try my hardest to find it. I'll put it up on the screen if I do find it. But yeah, Reverse Flash is looking awesome, man. I can't wait to actually see him performing moves, see him performing you know, the Flash super move. It's gonna be great. And the last one here is John Stewart. Now, John Stewart is, I think, everyone's favorite designed Premier skin so far. I asked on Twitter in the comment section of my video where I first showed off John Stewart, a lot of people are saying that so far he is the best looking Premier skin, and I gotta say, he looks great. I don't agree with it, because I honestly do believe that Reverse Flash is the best Premier skin so far. He just looks fucking awesome. And then it's Power Girl, and then it's John Stewart. But, you know, all three of these that are on your screen right now just look awesome. I can't wait to play them. I know how to play the Flash a little bit. I played a lot of Supergirl, so Power Girl, I'm definitely going to be repping her during the first week of the game, because I already have a lot of Supergirl experience from the beta. And Green Lantern, I never really played Green Lantern in the first game, so it might take a little bit getting used to, but to use a John Stewart costume for sure, I will be learning Green Lantern. Just like probably every character, I'll be learning multiple characters. Cheetah, I actually didn't get to play in the pre-release build of the game during the Injustice 2 event I got invited to. So with this Vixen costume, I really am going to try to learn how to play her. Was never really feeling the Cheetah, to be honest with you guys. Like the Cheetah regular design, she looks okay, but I never really like felt the need to want to play her. But with this Vixen Premier skin, yeah, for sure. Mr. Freeze, I don't need to talk about him. You guys know how I feel. I made a specific video covering Mr. Freeze, so I don't need to talk about him, but I'll definitely be using his Premier skin a couple times. You know, I'll try it out, see if I like it the more I use it. I don't know, but you guys know my feeling on it. And of course, Jay Garrick, I'm definitely gonna be trying him out. But to choose from like Reverse Flash and just the default Flash costume with the other shaders and the Flash's gear is gonna be hard to beat those two Flash versions. But the Jay Garrick design definitely looks cool, and like I mentioned in my other video, it gives hope for more tribute Premier skins for other characters. My personal pick would 100% be an Adam West Batman. Please, NetherRealm, give me an Adam West Batman with Adam West voicing him, and I will use that forever. So it won't be the only thing I use for Batman, obviously, but I will use the hell out of that Adam West Premier skin. So that's going to be the end of today's video. Any new Premier skins that pop up, I will upload it and let you guys know about it. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next time. What's going on, guys? It's Super here. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you guys subscribe or check out any of these videos linked at the top. Thank you, and I'll see you guys next time.